The senator Publius Casca.
Oh, it's Casca. Wait, what?
Dagger thrust that grazes Caesar's shoulder.
Oh shit! We're gonna be covering the most famous killing in history, and it's about, I think, I see now Julius Caesar, but you know what I'm saying, I think it really should be Jesus, because I feel like Jesus' sliming out was more famous than this, but shit, fuck it, nigga.
It's the 15th of March, 44 BC in Rome.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit the Roman emperors used to wear, or like the little like leaves on the head, the crown, bro. That shit kind of hard. They should bring that back. Like, if I ever like make a country, and like I rule over a country, nigga, I'm bringing that shit back. That shit's elite fits, nigga.
Of the Curia of Pompey.
Damn.
The temporary gathering point for the Roman Senate's meetings.
Damn, so he about to get slimed out in his own court, bro. This nigga ass.
The usual venue, the Roman Forum, a kilometer to the southeast, is undergoing renovations.
Okay, so they were in the Roman Forum.
Renovations.
Wait, okay. So they usually hold shit in the Roman Forum. That's a weak ass name, but now they're doing shit in the Curia of Pompey because this was undergoing renovations. I see.
To build a new Senate house in Caesar's name.
Okay.
And is unavailable.
Picking up what you're putting down.
The Curia, meaning meeting place in Latin, is located at
in Latin, huh, nigga, British.
The eastern point of a large open courtyard known as the Portico of Pompey.
Okay.
Compared to the Forum, it's rather secluded. It has no direct...
So basically, so far, his usual place for shit is in a different location, but now it's in the Curia because the other location is going through renovation. So now they're here, but here the Curia is isolated from everywhere else. I'm seeing now.
Access to the side streets of Rome exits lead directly onto the Portico. Today, this area is occupied by a large group of armed gladiators who are loitering near the Curia entrance, trying to stay inconspicuous. Inside the Curia, senators are nervously milling about. They watch as Caesar takes a seat.
Yeah, that's glaze OD, nigga. That's OD glaze, nigga. They're nervous because Julius Caesar is in their presence, bro. And not gonna lie, that shit glaze, bro. Like, his fit is tough, but y'all basically got the same fit. He just got a crown on, and that shit red.
On his golden ceremonial chair at the front of the room. Caesar's right-hand man and closest ally, his co-consul
Mark Antony. Anthony with no H, nigga. That shit ass.
Mark Antony, who had been with him before he entered, is nowhere to be seen. Unbeknownst to him, Antony is nearby, just outside.
Oh, he's the one who slimed him out. It be the niggas closest to you to do you dirty, bro. That shit crazy. His closest mans, nigga. That's crazy.
He's being distracted by another senator.
Oh, never mind.
Caesar is alone.
Propaganda.
Across the room, a man rises from the benches, starts walking towards him.
Oh shit! Whoa! Why he walking so like this? Nigga looks so evil, nigga. There's so much malice and animosity in this nigga's eyes, bro. I can see it in this nigga heart. But they have a little intro, nigga. Fuck that intro. I'm trying to see how bro got slimed out, nigga.
To understand Caesar's death, we have to understand how he got here. In the eyes of Rome's political elite...
Oh, they hold me. They built it up to his death to hook me in and then went to something else, nigga. That's actually insane, bro. I was mad hooked. Bitch.
Caesar had grown too powerful. Over the course of an almost 40-year career, he reached Rome's highest public office. Wait,
hold on. How many levels are there? What the hell?
He reached Rome.
Staff officer, Curule Edile, nigga. Pontifex Maximus, Praetor, Governor, Consul. He was the greatest, nigga. Oh shit.
Consul.
Nigga was elite.
He conquered all of modern-day France and Belgium and parts of Switzerland, Germany, and the Netherlands. By all accounts, he was a military genius and charismatic too. His armies, comprised of Roman legions, became loyal to him and only him. His many victories with them made him fabulously wealthy. Finally, he had a habit of pandering to the masses, opposing unpopular policies and presenting himself as a man of the people. He became very popular. Perhaps too popular.
Too popular. Elaborate, Bilu.
In 49 BC, fearing Caesar was becoming larger than Rome, the Senate, alongside his chief rival, Pompey the Great, moved against him. They attempted to recall him from the Senate, alongside his chief rival, Pompey the Great, moved against him.
Ain't this the nigga who slimed out Jesus, Pompey? Something like that? Fuck you, nigga.
They attempted to recall him from his campaign in Gaul and strip him of his military command.
Oh, wait, no, that's somebody else. That's a nigga named Pontus or something. Pilate, Pontus, something like that. That's different. Never mind, I'm bugging.
Command, which gave him legal immunity under Roman law. Sensing that his enemies wished to prosecute him and curb his power on his return to the city, Caesar made a fateful decision. With a legion of soldiers in tow, he crossed the Rubicon River in northern Italy. The river marked the border between the Roman heartland and its other provinces. And by Roman law, all returning generals had to disband their armies and lay down their arms before crossing it, as to avoid internal conflicts. By deliberately ignoring this, Caesar started a civil war. One that would last.
So basically, he had a falling out with his mans, a political rival. Oh shit. So
4 years and span the entire republic. In March of 45 BC, he would win that civil war.
Damn! He won the civil war and took all this for himself. Then Papa, you suck, nigga. That's crazy.
He would win that civil war, having defeated Pompey the Great, the only man that could rival him in influence and wealth. This made him the undisputed most powerful man in Rome. The Senate, an institution that once sought to reduce his power and
Hey, bro, I don't care what nobody says, bro. Julius Caesar, that nigga nice, that nigga like Kobe or something. But Alexander the Great is the greatest conqueror to ever exist, bro.
Elected him to the consulship a further 3 times. And finally, in February of 44 BC, granted him the title of dictator for life.
They gave this nigga dictator for life? That's crazy.
For a time before the foundation of the Roman Republic, Rome had been ruled by kings. Tyrannical, cruel kings. When the last monarch, Tarquin the Proud, was overthrown around 509 BC, the Roman people, particularly the conservative aristocracy that would end up forming most of the Senate, vowed that no king should rule Rome again. It now seemed that Caesar fancied himself a king. He began wearing opulent royal garbs and constructing statues of himself in public.
Oh, so he was publicly glazing himself and giving himself the most expensive drip.
His allies called for extravagant celebrations in his honor and proposed and later succeeded in changing the month of Quintilis, the month he was born, to Julius.
Yeah,
he installed in the Senate.
Shit. Wait, he changed it or they changed it?
And proposed and later succeeded in changing the month of Quintilis, proposed and later celebrations. His allies called for extravagant celebrations in
his allies changed the month to this nigga's name. Yeah, I may glaze Luffy in my videos here and there. I ain't never see no glaze like that shit, bro. That's unique glaze. Never would I ever change a month to another nigga's name.
His honor, and proposed and later succeeded in changing the month of Quintilis, the month he was born, to Julius. He installed in the Senate a golden chair designed specifically for him, the chair upon which he sits today. Caesar had grown too powerful, and he was flaunting it. He threatened the continued existence.
Oh, I see what happened. He did gain a lot of motion, and niggas was already hating because his motion. Then he was flexing the motion, which made niggas hate on him even more, which made him get assassinated.
If defeating him on the battlefield was impossible, his foes would have to find another way to bring him down. The men who conspired to kill Caesar, a group of about 60, are diverse in their backgrounds.
60 niggas to fight to take him down? Are we serious? 60 heads coming together to plot on your downfall? Are we serious? Is that not genuinely insane?
A few are former allies who felt their loyalty to him had not been sufficiently rewarded. Some are remnants of the Pompeian faction, the group that fought Caesar during the Civil War under Pompey the Great.
And this shit low-key high school, nigga. Like a bunch of niggas like in their own little circles, like plotting on each other. This shit low-key high school, nigga.
A group he, perhaps foolishly, pardoned. A handful simply oppose his accumulation of power out of principle, fearing he would destroy the state's Republican values. Most, however, are members of the conservative aristocracy, who profit greatly from Rome's Republican form of government as they monopolize the Senate and thus oppose Caesar's centralization of power. These men had been meeting in secret for months to hatch a plan to kill him. They considered assassinating him in
For months? 60 heads meeting for months to plot on how to kill him?
public on a street in Rome known as the Via Sacra.
Wait, so like it sounds like he ain't have no like allies around him. Like he was hating, they was hating, they was hating, they were hating. Who was his mans?
This was probably abandoned because the venue was too public. Any ally of Caesar's, if they were nearby, could simply intervene. Caesar had no bodyguards
Okay, so he did have allies. Okay. I'm about to say, bro.
on payroll while in the city.
So like he had nobody on his side. He's that bad?
Known to surround himself with some particularly intimidating friends to compensate. Another questionable idea was flinging him from a bridge and placing a number of armed men below it to ensure the fall would be fatal. They also considered striking while he was at a gladiator show, as they could hide the assassins in plain sight, posing as gladiators. Ultimately, though, a Senate session on the 15th of March was selected to be the best time to strike. Soon after this date, Caesar would be outside of the city on a military campaign to defeat the Dacians and the Parthian Empire to Rome's east. Military campaign to defeat the Dacians and the Parthian Empire to Rome's east, making it far more difficult for them to reach him and allowing him to accumulate even more glory, prestige, and power. Choosing a Senate meeting made sense, too. All those present were sure to be unarmed, as it was generally prohibited to bring weapons into the Senate House, making resistance unlikely. Most of the Senate were indeed loyal to Caesar, but even his closest allies would think twice to spring to his defense when faced with a blade. Additionally, in a closed Senate meeting, Caesar could be dealt with more subtly, away from the prying eyes and ears of the public and Caesar's informal protection.
Wait, so did Caesar just not have no weapons on him, bro? Because it sounded like he was unarmed. Why the hell is this nigga walking around anywhere unarmed if he's the king?
And
He's
Caesar's
not locked in.
informal protection. So, on the day of the 15th, daggers are secretly brought into the Curia of Pompey in wooden boxes usually used to carry writing tablets for record-keeping. Before Caesar's arrival, members of the conspiracy retrieve the blades and conceal them underneath their togas. Outside the building, the conspirators deploy a group of armed gladiators to cover the Curia's exits, ensuring that Caesar won't get far should he try to escape. They are owned by the senator Decimus Brutus,
Damn, so you slimed him out.
a man that Caesar considers to be a close friend and ally, a man named second in his will, a man that Caesar trusts. Caesar would not question
Nigga he trusts. So he didn't even know it'd be him. Watch who you call your homie. Watch who you call your brother.
the presence of the gladiators, question trusts. Caesar would not question the presence of the gladiators, knowing them to be Decimus's. Finally, when Caesar arrives with his co-consul Mark Antony, a senator by the name of Gaius Trebonius pulls him aside.
That's a shitty ass name. Trebonius. That shit sound horny, nigga. Oh,
Begins
hell
to
no.
speak with him. Antony is a big, brawny man, and his loyalty to Caesar is without question.
A big brawny man. Yeah, the way he said that sounded kind of zesty. I ain't gonna lie. Like he sounded like he couldn't wait to say that shit.
The conspiracy thought it wise to take him out of the equation and ensure he did not intervene in Caesar's defense. Though the conspirators originally considered murdering the both of them together, they thought the optics of killing Caesar alone would be better. It would appear like the just killing of a tyrant and not an arbitrary massacre. The stage is now set. All that remains is for the signal to be given.
Bro.
That signal is Senator Tillius Kimber.
What the hell is this nigga doing? This hand motion is not aura, bro. That shit ass. I can't lie, bro.
As he marches towards the dictator, he exclaims loudly that Caesar should pardon his brother and return him from exile. Suddenly, dozens of other senators rise from there.
And now they all doing that weak ass pose too.
And they too start approaching Caesar, shouting words of support for Kimber's request. The senators circle him like sharks in the water.
Oh hell no! What the fuck? They all like surrounding this nigga. Oh hell yeah! You're cooked, Caesar. I can't lie.
Ever closer, until Kimber thrusts out his fist and tears.
Oh wait, what? He thrust out his fist? Nigga, pause.
Until Kimber thrusts out his fist and tears Caesar's toga down, revealing the tunic underneath.
Oh! He disrespected the fit right in front of him. He hated on this nigga fit right before his demise. Chat, is that the method?
Until Kimber thrusts out his fist and tears Caesar's toga down, revealing the tunic underneath.
Damn.
Startled, Caesar recoils and shouts. Moments later, the senator Publius Casca...
Oh, it's Casca. Wait, what? So wasn't Brutus? Anyway, oh! Shit.
Strikes the first blow from behind.
Oh, but he missed maybe, nigga ass? How you miss him right there with a fucking big ass dagger? You suck.
Dagger thrust that grazes Caesar's shoulder.
Oh shit.
He rises in shock, twirls around.
Oh shit.
And allegedly stabs Casca with a pen in retaliation.
He stabbed this nigga with the pen? Oh yeah, your ass, buddy. You had a whole knife, caught him off guard, and you still missed, and he slimed you out with the fucking pen?
The pen is not mightier than the sword.
Oh, so that's
in
how
seconds, Caesar becomes enveloped by a shroud of togas and collapses under a hail of daggers. Two Caesar loyalists try to break through to defend him, but they are pushed back. Marcus Brutus, a leading conspirator and former Pompeian, stabs Caesar after inflicting 23 stab wounds. The crowd of assassins stand back and admire their work.
Admire their work? They just slimed the nigga out because he was too nice. What work?
Be king. The tyrant is dead. In a twist of irony, Caesar would bleed out beneath a statue of his former Civil War rival, Pompey the Great. A statue he had refused to tear down. According to classical sources, a month before his demise in February of 44 BC, he visited a fortune teller by the name of Spurina. He brought to her an animal to be sacrificed. And it is said that on the altar she could not find its heart in its chest cavity. Seeing this as a bad omen, she warned Caesar his life was in danger. The next day...
I mean, like, he is the emperor. Ain't his life always in danger? And he's always in wars, so isn't his life always in danger anyway? Like, that, like, she's not cooking shit, bro. Like, that's not no sign. He's a fucking emperor, bro.
He returned again with a different sacrifice. She was unable to find part of its liver. From the entrails of the animal, she divined that Caesar would come to great harm on the Ides of March, otherwise known as the 15th, the midpoint of the month. But that wasn't all. The Roman historian Plutarch tells us that on the day before the 15th, Caesar and a fellow senator began discussing the best way to die. Ominously, later that evening, when he and his wife Calpurnia were asleep...
Whoa, what happened to Cleopatra, nigga? I thought he was hooping!
The flew open simultaneously, rousing Caesar from his slumber. His wife was yet asleep, yet she tossed and turned, muttering something under her breath. The next morning, upon waking up...
She was talking shit, or she was cheating, or both! She was talking shit and she was cheating.
She begged Caesar not to attend the Senate meeting, for she had dreamt their house had collapsed and seen visions of her holding Caesar's bloodied, lifeless.
I ain't gonna lie though, they was plotting out his demise for months. If it didn't happen right then and there, it was gonna happen sometime else. Like, that shit was gonna happen regardless. I cannot, it was like a ticking time bomb, bro. I cannot lie.
Caesar was, by Roman standards, not particularly superstitious, but the mounting signs were enough to put even him at unease. To be sure, he summoned his own seers and had them conduct sacrificial rituals. All of them yielded bad omens.
Damn! All the signs were there, bro. Yeah, the universe hated this nigga. They hated that nigga Caesar. OD.
Was enough for him to postpone the Senate meeting, resolving not to attend. So why in the end did he end up going? Well, his old friend...
He didn't want to be no bitch. That's why, bro. He want to be no lame man nigga who was like missing out, bro, because niggas is scared. Nigga. Like, he's supposed to be the big dog, top op Caesar. He's not about to like not go because like, oh my nigga, I'm scared. He can't do that, bro. Like, that's his rep on the line. That's his aura, his rep on the line, bro. He can't pass that up. And then unfortunately, he got ganged up on and slimed out. That's tough.
Decimus Brutus convinced him on the morning of the Senate meeting to ignore the omens and attend anyway. He appealed to Caesar's ego. Would it not appear improper and above all ridiculous or cowardly if Caesar did not show his face?
I told you, bro. They would have called this nigga a bitch if he ain't pull up. I just said it. I was low-key joking when I said it, but I was right apparently. He just said it. He said it would appear cowardly, which basically means in the eyes of everybody, he would look like a bitch if he ain't pop up. So he had to pop out and show niggas. So that he popped out and showed niggas and got slimed out. He ain't show niggas anything. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why he pulled up for real. You know what I'm saying? Because he was asking why he ain't go. I said why he ain't go. Then they said why he ain't go. So nigga, low-key, I'm low-key a genius, bro. So that's why I be saying, I be telling niggas I'm a genius, bro. Niggas don't hear niggas.
At a session he summoned merely on the grounds of superstition. What would that sort of behaviour do to his reputation? So he went. And on his way to the Curia of Pompey, he was stopped by a man.
That nigga hairline cut, bro. Cut that shit off.
On the street. The man handed him a scroll and urged him to read it immediately, claiming it concerned him. Reports tell us that this scroll supposedly contained details of the plot against him. For one reason or another...
Wait, he gave him a scroll that told him he was about to get slimed out in the details of it? W mans.
Claiming it...
My fault, bro. Maybe your hairline ain't so bad after all. Your hairline kind of smooth, nigga.
Caesar did not read it and walked directly into the lion's den.
Damn.
Caesar's death would lead to a power vacuum and civil war that determined the fate of the Republic. Caesar's adoptive son, Octavian, and his former consul, Marcus...
I heard about you. Octavian, I heard you was nice.
...would form an alliance with one of Caesar's most trusted generals, Marcus Lepidus. Together they would hunt down the men that murdered Caesar and crush all who opposed their rule.
Damn, they was hooping.
Leading ultimately to the fall of the Republic and the rise of a hereditary monarchy
of the Roman Empire. Talk to them.
Under the Roman Empire. Octavian would become emperor, and he would not make his father's mistakes. Caesar pardoned many of his enemies, even promoted them, and gave them honors. Where others...
He pardoned his enemies and gave them motion? Why the hell would he do that shit? Nigga too nice, bro.
Destroyed every trace of Pompey, Caesar elected to keep his statues up as a show of grace. His mercy might have killed him, and it might mean that the last thing that Caesar ever saw while he was dying in a pool of his own blood was a statue of Pompey.
Probably was.
Staring down at him mockingly. Caesar treated his foes too kindly and flaunted his power too brazenly.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't be flexing too much, bro. Niggas can really get you gone. Niggas can really get you got, bro.
Making him a man that people hated, not necessarily a man that they feared. In the words of the historian John Balston, if an authoritarian government was to be established successfully in the Republic's place, it must not be, like Caesar's, an inconsiderate, careless and frank authoritarianism. It must wear a Republican mask, however false.
Made by humans is gonna be such a selling point you have no idea. The fact that Julius Caesar returned to tear down the statue of his rival and in fact sat in front of it shows a level of class in his character. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, if he was like OD corrupt, he would have took that shit down. Maybe. Nigga got slimed out. Damn. Watch who you call your homie. Watch who you call your brother.